Of Eldora. Hopefully the sound issues got fixed. We're actually joined by race winner Ghost Killer, the 98 truck. Bit of a panic there with 2 to go in the stage. Your team owner wrecking out in front of you and collecting you as well. I mean, Tim and I up here were worried. What happened?
I have no idea. I just came ripping around the car. Well, the lap cars were being dumb as hell. The only actual nice one was the 00. I don't know what the hell the 32's doing. He must be Stevie Wonder or something. But, yeah, I come around the corner. I'm like, all right, 2 to go. I've got like 3 seconds. I just see Mayhem, 88 truck, dead stopped right in front of me. I'm like, oh, well, let's just pray he backs up. Doesn't back up. I just T-bone him. He's probably dead. But, yeah, so, I just drove it after that, and basically just, I don't know. It was pretty crazy there. I didn't want the 21 to just throw it in because I knew if I lost the front spot, I would have been over. So.
Fair enough, man. I mean, your team owner wrecking out in front of you. A lot to worry about. Jim, do you have anything you'd like to say to Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost, pretty dominant performance, basically sweeping everything. Probably even had the fastest lap of the race. But,
yeah.
I mean, you won stage 1, won stage 2, won the pole, won the race. What are you looking for the exact same kind of domination here for race number 2 here at Eldora?
I mean, that's the plan, but not everything goes to plan, so just got to take it step by step and see what happens. I think we're doing another quali session, so that should help us out. Maybe, hopefully get us in the front 3, at least. That would be my goal, to have a nice chance to get good points then for that, because I think with the perfect race I just had, that should bring me back as the point leader, so just got to defend that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. Well,
65.
with the, winning Dover and then, getting on this roll, winning Eldora number 1, just keep that momentum up, man.
Definitely 65-point race here today. Definitely got to be very helpful for that points lead. Anyway, congratulations once again. Get back to your qualifying race. Good luck out there today for race 2. We are actually also joined by 8K Unleaded, the new driver of the 16 truck, making his drop down from JGR Cup Series to return to the Truck Series once again. AK, first race, it's Eldora. Obviously probably a little bit worrying, but you managed to pull out there with almost a second place, coming out third with some pretty nice stage points. How'd you do it today?
Yeah, thank you. Supposed to elaborate on that? Like,
how'd you do it today, bud? How was the race?
How'd I do it? Well, qualified kind of bad. Probably could have passed a few more people, but, it's dirt. I don't think a lot of people really know how to drive it, and you end up getting shoved up the track on corner exit all the time. And I will keep that in mind for the second race, and I think I found something that worked kind of middle, so I think that's the move going forward.
Huff, can you mute your mic, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it had to get pretty worrying there. You had a pretty nice battle going on there with the 17 truck of Dalator. What was happening there?
Well, I decided to go for a move a few times, and every time I made a move, he turned right in on the wheel and slowed himself down, so I ended up in his door. And then finally I started making moves around the outside, and I kept getting run up the track, and then finally I got by him, and he ran me up the track a few more times, and then he did it again, and I got fed up with his shit and put him down the track a little bit, and I think he maybe got the point. If he does it again, he can see some other things coming. I feel like, it's my first race here. It's kind of, you got to make a statement that you can't be pushed around by people who think that they're better than they actually are, and that's where we're at right now.
Fair enough, man. I definitely cannot argue with that. Again, congratulations today, coming out third with pretty nice stage points as well. Good luck in the second qualifying session and the second race at Eldora. Jeez. Interviews. We're also joined by Mr. Huff in the 21, coming out, I believe, actually in second place today. I mean, you trailed a lot behind Ghost Killer, but that was to be expected, honestly. He went out there and dominated today. But coming out second place in both the stages, How was your race today, man?
It was good. I didn't really get held up a whole lot. I had a couple bump ins with the 17, kind of got held up there, but other than that, I felt like we're pretty good and ended up finishing second all 3 stages. So I think this next race I don't know, I feel like I can keep up with him. Once we get late on, he's not really pulling the weight too much, and I'm not really gaining on him, so I think if I can stick with him, get a couple laps in, get in our rhythm, then I think I definitely have a shot.
Fair enough. 17 truck at Dalator definitely caused a little bit of issues here today. I mean, were there any moments where you really worried? You saw Ghost Killer's team owner spin out right in front of him, and for a second there it looked like you were going to hop up in front and take the lead away from him.
Yeah, that was the plan, but I was going to go head on into him because I was running the bottom, so I had to make a quick decision and turn dead right, and I ended up putting myself in the wall, which slowed me down a lot, so I couldn't quite get past him.
Fair enough, man. Anyway, I want to let you go and get into your qualifying session, as I believe that starts here in a moment. So,
Yep.
Get out of here, man. Good luck in your qualifying. Good luck in the race. We'll be watching you up here in the booth.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Whew. Anyway, those are top 3 trucks for the night. Be sure to watch them coming into Eldora race 2. Jim, I'm sorry I didn't let you really speak there at all, but I had to get it over as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're trying to get back to racing. Remember, this is a doubleheader. They got to get their qualifying and their racing.
Definitely, they've got to hurry up, get this done. Whew. Anyway,
I'll be interested to see, though. Sorry for cutting you off, but I'll be interested to see the 21 started second in that first race. He had a couple shots at Ghost Kill, and it just seemed like he fell off a little bit. Did he learn anything that first race that'll help him feel even a little more competitive for this second race?
If I was Mr. Huff in that 21, I would look to try and either move Ghost Killer as soon as possible and block as hard as you can, or just mess with his qualifying session. There's no way that anyone's going to get around him on speed alone. I mean, we saw him go out there and lead every lap, win the race, win both stages. I feel like unless something really bad happens to Ghost Killer, we're going to see him win again.
Yeah, again, the big thing, one of the big topics going into this race was qualifying and track position. We saw AK unleaded. He started like 8th. He only got up to 3rd. That was the best he was able to do. If he can qualify a little better, he might have the truck to go up there and compete with Ghost Killer. We don't know because we never saw him up front.
Hopefully we probably could see it happen. Let me see if Code Red's live stream they're done with qualifying yet. 1 second, I got a cough too. God damn. Ugh, Big Jim giving me the sick for some reason.
Oh, I gave you the sick through the mic.
Yep.
Ugh. Right before tomorrow as well, or right before Darlington. That'll be fun.
Oh, it'll be a blast. Anyway, be sure to catch us tomorrow at Darlington for the Cup and Xfinity Series. Same time as always. If you don't know it and you're watching this video and you're in the league, I do not know what to tell you, but if you're not in the league, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the Xfinity Series 8:45 Cup.
7:30
7:30
Eastern Time for the Xfinity Series and 8:45 for Cup. Yep.
One of these days, I'll get it right.
One of these days. Trying to see when we're allowed to jump back in there, though. Haven't really heard anything about telling us to join, so going to assume that means no. Also, I think another talking point is kind of referenced it during his interview, but Ghost Kill has been on quite the roll here recently with winning Dover, doing pretty well at Atlanta, and then winning Eldora tonight. So he has a chance to continue that momentum in race 2. You think he can do it?
Definitely. I feel like he can go out there and do it today. I mean, I do it for a second time, rather. I mean, I think he's on a pretty nice hot streak that he could ride into the playoffs. He's definitely going to be set to be points leader for probably a few more races, so long as everything goes his way.
Mm-hmm. ThorSport has really kind of taken control, it seems, over the truck series. I don't know if that's from Mayhem's masterminding with the setups, or if that might be Ghostkilla being, very apt at driving the trucks, because I've seen him in other leagues in the truck series. He's very good at them.
Definitely. I mean, a huge step up from where they were since Homestead Miami, in which both Mayhem and Ghostkilla wrecked out and handed off the win to Team Penske. So, definitely
was that
huge.
Homestead?
That was Homestead. Oh, not Homestead.
It was Auto Club.
Auto Club. Yeah, that's what it was.
It was Auto Club, and Ghostkilla was one lap away from pay dirt, and he just hit the apron. But
all these damn mile and a half
really
tracks look the same.
Yeah, he's taken that to heart. He's definitely rebounded.
Definitely. He's rebounding pretty well. His team owner, not so much, as we saw here today. But Ghostkilla making a very nice rebound. If he decides to go free agent, he's going to be a huge prospect for every single team out there. I mean, he's going to get offers from, well, I'd assume, most likely every single owner. And Mayhem's going to have to be the one that goes like, okay, whatever you want, I'll give it to you.
Race number 2.
Race
number 2 might include Riley48. We saw him make an appearance in was it the Xfinity or was it the Truck Series at Dover? I think it might have been the Xfinity Series.
He had made an appearance at the Truck Series at Dover. That race. That was definitely a race. That's all I can really say. But yeah, he's decided that he wants to try and hot seat again here tonight. Again, not really the best track to hot seat at, given all the aggression that the Truck Series has, and with it being Eldora. But more power to him if he can get it done here today.
Yeah, that and the other story coming out of this is race 2 will not have AHAC. He was in the top 5 there in stage 1 for the longest time. Got in an accident, went back to dead last in stage 2 and 3, and just could never rebound. He will not be in this second race, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not sure who got pole. I just asked Code Red to see who is the pole leader. Hopefully he sees my message. Anyway, they are done with qualifying.
Fun fact, Eldora, the banking turns are at 24 degrees, the straights are 8 degrees. Capacity, 30,000. Just thought I would throw that out there.
Definitely Eldora. Anyway, no surprise, Ghostkilla back again with pole. No surprises whatsoever. Yep, Ghostkilla make his way back into pole.
Now, where were AK Unleaded and Mr. Huff, if you can give me those?
Give me 1 second, I can actually show you. Or tell you. Maybe. Where are they?
Alright, it looks like it's going to be... I got it right here. I got Ghostkilla on pole. TGS Predators getting second. AK Unleaded third. Jason Cole fourth. And Mr. Huff rounding out the top 5 to start race 2. I think this really plays well into AK Unleaded's hands, seeing that he has a good qualifying spot this time.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's going to be huge, and he's got Dalator, 3-4 positions back from him?
Oh, I didn't notice that, but yeah.
So he's definitely got some positions between himself and Dalator. He's probably not going to have to look into trying to avoid him at all, as I believe we can join. Thank you again to our 2 live streams tonight, Code Red and NBD. You got dropped.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's a really big help.
It helps a lot more than you guys could probably imagine. Yeah, no, it's going to be huge for AK if he can manage to get himself ahead of Ghostkilla, who is the man to beat. I mean, we can definitely see him go out and win today.
Yeah, win and pole again. It's going to help him on the track position side, and it's going to be hard to not let him run away again. But AK unlighted, I'm telling you, he might have the speed. We might be able to see it now that he has track position.
I mean, we saw him catching there towards the end of race 1. But we're just going to have to really wait and see. Because again, we see Ghost Killer pulling off to a pretty decent lead, managing to barely get himself ahead of the 26 of TGS Predators. AK Unleaded still holding on to third. Jason Cole in fourth, and Mr. Huff just on his outside in fifth.
They're going to give a nice little shot to the back of the 98, try to move him off the bottom, won't be able to. Now it's going to actually cost him a chance to hold the bottom on the 16.
Definitely. I mean, you've got to be really careful. You've got to pick and choose your battles. You cannot just go out and fight with every single person as there's already a caution.
We'll see who's involved in that one.
It looks like the 32 of D-Blood, the 34 of Overbeak,
Riley.
and the 99? Yep, the
24.
99, the 00. That is like probably a 6 or 7 car wreck right there that we just entirely missed.
Yep, you're these guys, you come down, you're already in dead last, you're in the last couple positions. Come down pit road, fix that damage, and let's get this thing started again. I mean, you've got to get that damage fixed. We already heard that Ghost Killer was struggling with the 6 seconds of damage he had on his front end in those final laps of race 1.
Definitely, I mean, if you're stuck there in the back and you've got damage, you may as well come down. And that person whose mic was terrible, that would be Mr. Huff. I'm not sure what was happening, but goddamn.
Might have been a propeller in the background.
Maybe. Yeah, Ghost Killer is still holding on to lead. AK managing to find himself in second place in what appears to be his preferred line as well, as we saw him running just like probably two trucks wide above the line. So
look at the run he's
definitely
got there.
making a little
Got
moves.
pulled to the outside of Ghost Killer. Try to keep that momentum on the top.
Definitely, if there's one thing you want to be doing while you're up there is just hold on to your momentum and hope that you don't get walled. AK
Ghost
having...
Killer's, yeah,
Yep.
Ghost Killer's pretty clean. He's not going to drive that 16 up into the wall. But right now, it's impressive that AK is able to keep the momentum up there.
Definitely, he's still holding hard on that momentum as we see him swing into the inside just a little bit, get in front of the 26 truck of TGS, who's now to his inside. I'm starting to think maybe running that middle line for too long is going to hurt your truck. You're going to be giving up a
it'll
good bit
help
of
you
track
for
position.
maybe 1 or 2 laps, but after that, you want to find your way back to the bottom, and I think that's what AK and TGS are starting to realize right now.
I'm sure hopefully they can try and sort it out, as it looks like AK is just dead set on running that middle line. I'm not exactly sure why, but I guess that's just what he wants to do. But more power to him. He's still holding on to second.
Yeah, you see the run he got out of 2 right there. There's definitely something he has learned finding the line of the 98, being up there right behind him. Really benefiting him on corner exit. It's just he needs a little more of that run.
Definitely. I mean, he's not exactly following the 98's line, like, tire for tire, turn for turn, but he's definitely copying just a little bit of it. Getting some pretty nice runs on the front and back stretch, and getting pretty close. He's still managing to hold off TGS in the 26. So, this is the first
6
time.
laps to go, by the way, when they get to the line here in stage 1.
Yes, the first time we haven't seen Ghost Killer pull out immediately to a wide lead.
Oh,
So.
Look at that right there. Using a little bit of a diamond, the 16 did, but the caution comes out.
Yep.
Not going to be able to take advantage of it.
Caution is out. Again, not entirely sure what happened. Arbell's back for this race, and for once he has not lagged out after 3 laps, so congrats to him. That is a personal win in and of itself. It looks like the 00 with some more damage, although that could just be residual from the last caution.
24. Riley again, Cup regular, looks like he's close to going a lap down before that, so maybe he was also involved in that wreck. Second wreck he would have been involved in.
I'm not sure what's up with him, and I think it's just him hot seating in the Truck Series. Something about it the Truck Series just doesn't like, and I'm not sure why. Every race he's hot seated in the trucks. Definitely a lot different talent pool. Anyway, Ghost pulling, still holding on to first, as I believe we're coming with 3 or 2 to go.
I
One
lost
or the
my
other.
streak.
Give me a minute, I can tell you. I lost my stream as well.
While you're doing that, side by side, 16 trying to hang on to the outside. Again, you said it was his preferred lane, but he gets contact from the 26.
Yep, getting a little bit of a bump there on the quarter panel by the 26. It looks like he's still going to be able to hold the second place. I think it might have. We're seeing him right side by side with the 98 right now. Just holding on to it.
He's going to have a run out here. I think he's going to win the stage.
He's going to have a huge run. Going to get a little bit of a bump. And that is the end of the stage. Surprise winner, AK Unleaded, managing to get a very nice run coming out of turn 4 and pull just ahead of Ghost Killer there. So congrats to him. That is going to be a playoff point, and it's going to be a huge help in his battle to get into the playoffs.
And it's going to be a momentum booster. That's the first time anyone today has been able to get in front of that 98 and hold it. I mean, he did that on the outside. I didn't know that was possible, but really good drive from the 98 now, or the 16. I'm interested to see Ghost Killer going to be starting on the outside. Can he do the exact same thing back on using that outside momentum?
Yeah, you can talk. I'm laughing about other things. Anyway, that is the 2 seasons in a row that the 16 truck has won a stage at Eldora. So, personal win for not only myself, but also AK Unleaded there.
Austin Hill is so good at these dirt tracks, I guess.
I guess. Oh, but anyway, AK managing to pull himself back to a pretty nice lead. It looks like he's still going to run that line that he has always been running ever since race 1. Getting himself up in front of Ghost Killer, who's still holding on to that bottom line as good as he can. But I do not believe... Well, actually, he's going to be on his quarter panel this time by. Going to get a little bit of a shot as like a 3 wide into turn 3.
I know the 16's not going to be happy with the 98, but the 98 had the 21 underneath him. They are 3 wide for the lead again.
Definitely probably not going to be exactly happy with them, but the 98 didn't really have anywhere to go. The 21 just kept pushing him up the track. Looks like they're going to be upset, possibly going to even return the favor to both of them after what we heard in his little heated interview about the 17 truck. Again, nowhere to really be found.
It's a door from Mr. Huff, too. He's going to have to carry the momentum off. He's going to just have to keep digging on the outside. I mean, that's what he's been doing all race long. He just needs to get back up to that 98.
Yeah, that's what he's done this entire time. He's just got to, again, hope that no one messes with his line. It looks like he's finally going to be able to try and pull up in front of the 21 of Mr. Huff again. Get himself back into a nice rhythm going here.
Jason Cole back there peeking underneath TGS Predators for third. Haven't heard a lot from Jason Cole. He's been silently consistent, but he hasn't been in the top 3 much tonight.
Definitely Jason Cole riding up in the top 5. He hasn't really been much exciting this race. I mean, the most we saw and the most, talk he got about him was when the 16 and the 17 had him sitting in the middle of their issue. So, he's definitely doing pretty nice here today. He's been getting solid top 5s in every stages, and I believe he got top 5 as well at the end of race 1. Currently sitting 4th right now.
Taking a peek under Mr. Huff right there for third. Sorry, that was not TGS Predators. That was Huff as they make contact.
Yep. 21 going to slow down just a little bit. Going in turn 3. Going to allow Jason Cole to smack into his bumper. Ooh. Shoot.
Tell you what, Ghost Killer, not nearly. I mean, he's leading right now. He's looking really good, but not nearly as dominant. Didn't just pull away like he did in that first race. He's got a miracle of Austin Hill.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if AK wasn't right here, sitting just behind Ghost Killer, it would be pretty much a repeat of the first Eldora race. But AK managing to stick pretty close to Ghost Killer right now, just like 2, maybe 3 truck lengths back at the most. So, I believe we're going to see a bit of a spoiler for the second race at Eldora and AK Unleaded. Already taking away Huff's perfect race for the second one. So they're starting to come up on a bit of lap traffic. The 34, hopefully they don't have very many issues.
And back here, Mayhem trying to crack his way into the top 6. He got a little bit of contact from PGS Predator, who hit the inside wall. Now QSA Skywalker looking underneath Mayhem.
Sure, top 6?
Yeah, they were up there with the top 6. As the 26 is around on the front stretch. Hit the wall one too many times. That's going to cost him some positions.
26 going around there, sadly. It really hurt him. Place him way back there with the 13 of AHAC. It just hasn't been doing very good ever since stage 2 of Eldora.
Oh, AHAC is in this race.
Yep, he is indeed in this race.
You did not put a green check. That's a big no-no.
That's... Makes you wonder. You're supposed to put a green check to get an invite. Makes me wonder how he got in here.
I mean, he did it for the first one, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, Ghost Killer still holding on to the lead here. He's keeping AK Unleaded at a pretty nice distance away, but AK not really having... Or not really... Ooh, not really giving up just yet. He's still... Actually, he's moved down the track a little bit. He's starting to run down towards that inside wall. I think he should probably go back to running where he was. Right there,
yeah,
just under the middle of the track. That's where he had, you know, the most speed.
I'm looking at that 16 right now, and in the middle of the corner, the 98 is basically its tail is kicked out. The 16 is just pushing straight up off the corner, having to let off the gas a lot.
I mean, 16 is on a wheel, so he's definitely got a lot more control over the 98, but I'm not too certain. As 98's now coming up on more lap traffic, the 18 of our bales. 18's just going to get nice and out of the way. Hopefully he doesn't do the same thing to, or hopefully he does do the same thing to his driver, 16 of AK. As they both get around him very nicely, very easily, very quickly, very cleanly.
Maybe a little bit of rhythm. Maybe Ghost Killer really was trying to get back in that rhythm from race 1 into race 2. Stage 1 didn't really find it. It was kind of with that miracle of the 16, but right now he is he's kind of yarding the field again like he did in that race 1.
Definitely, I mean, we're seeing him start to pull out once again. It might have been, I don't know, it couldn't have been a setup thing because we had 2 cautions in stage 1, so I feel like Ghost Killer might have just got a little bit out of rhythm and, you know, let that stage win slip away.
That was stage 2?
Yep, that's the end of stage 2. It's going to be Ghost Killer, AK Unleaded. Quit focusing right on the driver, please. The 21 of Mr. Huff. The 8 of Jason Cole holding on to 4th. And I believe the 51 truck of
is that King Henry? Yeah.
Yeah. So congrats to him.
Well, this is the most important restart of the night if you want to get a win in one of these Eldora races. Who's going to challenge Ghost Killer? We already saw AK Unleaded take it to him on the outside lane. He's going to have that opportunity for this final restart, possibly. But can Mr. Huff, can Jason Cole, can King Henry, can any of these guys give those top 2 a run for their money?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can. We do not want to see another domination of Ghost Killer. Obviously, he wouldn't mind it very much, but...
I bet SHR
sure.
would disagree with you on that one.
Nah. Ghost Killer and Mayhem would probably disagree with me there. But, I mean, AK Unleaded, Mr. Huff, and well, Jason Cole even, he doesn't want to see Ghost Killer go out there and dominate again. As they come off the restart, AK holding on to that outside once again after having started in second. Ghost Killer still on the inside. Jason Cole in third, nope, fourth. Actually getting pushed a little bit through turn 4 by the two of Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake with the change of the scheme.
Changing it very rapidly. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
They're 3 and 4 wide in the very back of the pack. Craziness.
Definitely. Coming from Riley, the 24 truck in the hot seat tonight, he said that the back of the pack is like a madhouse. So, definitely got to really fight and claw for every position if you're stuck back there. So we see the A99 of...
big wreck, big wreck.
Someone go way back there. Big wreck, but no caution. Yep, that's a caution. So yeah, that is another caution here in stage 3. Not sure what happened. We have owner Mayhem Tomorrow saying it's getting pretty aggressive out there. And well, obviously it is. You're fighting and battling for not only a race win, but every single position you can get. So I would expect nothing but pure aggression. All take, no give. Also, apparently we have a little bit more issues. The 51 of King Henry getting upset at the 2. Saying, I don't know who gave the 2 Paul Tracy lessons, but he's about a Haley Deegan, the 2 car, or 2 truck.
Oh.
Not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if we caught it on the stream, but 51 of King Henry is not happy with the 2. And it actually looks like those 2 are very well separated now, so... Ghost Killer still holding on to first. AK still holding on to second, but just sitting on that outside. I don't know if it's helping him or hurting him, but he's making it work, I guess. See him make a bit of a move to the inside. I believe after seeing what happened in stage 1, Ghost Killer has started running in AK's line to take it away from him. And that is another caution. So... I think what Ghost Killer is doing is he's just sitting in the 16's line and making sure he can't get by.
It's the perfect move to use, right? I mean, these trucks, you cannot, you can't pit them like you would on iRacing or you would on PC2. On Heat, you can just kind of plant your truck in there like a moving roadblock. And, I mean, you can't really blame them. You can't call it dirty racing. In reality, that's just the best way to maintain your lead.
Definitely. I mean, here at Eldora, just being a moving roadblock is all you've really got to do to get that win. And here in race 2, that's all Ghost Killer's really done. It's not as dominant as he was in race 1. I'm sure some people are cheering because of it.
Everyone but SHR.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Reddy is pretty happy that Ghost Killer isn't doing as good. Probably looking to come and take his seat in the Cup Series.
16, another good run off of 2. Kept it on the outside.
16, just holding on to that outside as much as he can. Gonna get another... gonna get an okay run. Gonna lose a little bit of time, actually, to the 98.
Kept it clean there.
Yeah. No contact, really. Forcing the 98 to not be able to arc it as wide as he wants to through the turn. It looks like he's going to have another shot at another run. Actually kicking the wall just a little bit.
That's okay. He's going to try a cross.
Definitely 16 had a
98 parks
huge
it.
run. 16 going into the inside of the 98. Gonna push him
Now,
up the track a little bit because the 16
This is
doesn't run on the
neither
wall.
guys' lines. They don't know how to run these lines. They haven't all raced.
They pretty much swapped it. The 16 kind of pushing the 98 up the track just a little bit on that first corner that they did with 98, managing to pull himself ahead once again. Hopefully they can get this resorted.
Is Mr. Huff. Mr. Huff giving all he can to these top two.
Definitely Huff is probably pretty interested to watch and see this battling going on between them. So, it looks like they're going to sort themselves back out in their original positions. Once again, Ghost Kill is still in first. AK still holding on second. Huff in third. QSA Skywalker in fourth. And Jason Cole holding on fifth. I don't know how he does it, but he just manages to hold on.
What a great run for QSA. I gotta say, that is a great rebound. He was back there in the back with Riley and all of them, and now here he is running top 5.
Definitely, this is huge for him. I do not believe he is new, but I know he definitely needs a lot of points or a win here today. Yeah, QSA currently sitting in ninth, just barely hanging on to that playoff cut line by 9 points, who is actually 11th place on the truck series right now is Mr. Huff. So, he's definitely got to try and go out for the win here today because Mr. Huff has been doing absolutely amazing. Getting second overall in race 1 and doing pretty good here today, or in the second race at Eldora as well.
Yeah, for sure. And going back up to the lead with the top 3, they've kind of broken away from QSA, and I think that might be Jason Cole back there, MBD, all those guys, so that might be Keenan Henry. But the top 3, they're all running just slightly different lines. That 98 charging out on entry, losing a little on exit, but that entry speed is really propelling him to this nice little half a tenth lead he's got right now.
Definitely, the 98 just hugging onto that inside wall as close as he can. Way different from the 16 of AK Unleaded, who isn't running as close to the wall as Ghost Killer, at least he wasn't anyway. He's actually running more just like slightly under the middle of the track. That's giving him a huge run coming out of the turns, but he sacrifices a bit of that entry speed as they come up on the 2 truck, who's got a lot of damage, forcing the 98 truck way up the track. Just a little bit. Do not believe he's going to lose very much time, though, as the 2 truck manages to pull it down.
Is he doing a pretend pit stop?
He might. So I do not believe there are pit roads here at all, so I'm
not
entirely sure what he's doing. He might just be pulling there, and he might just call it a race.
See, I think the 16 might just be a very tiny bit, maybe 100th better than the 98 each lap, but it's just not going to be enough. He's going to have to send it.
Possibly. It might just be too little too late, but that stage win's definitely going to help him a good bit in the point standings.
We're certain. A little momentum. I mean, you know, you just joined the series. You're looking for a little spark. That stage win, it might not seem like much, but that could be the spark that AK needs.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure it'd be that stage. There's another wreck going on. The 34, the 16, the 98, just a little bit. The 16 coming out pretty okay damage-wise, but that's going to definitely hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what I just witnessed.
I'm not entirely certain. The 98's running way high into this turn, though.
Oh, they're still wrecked over here.
Yeah.
That might have been the race.
That could have been.
I'm not 100% sure.
That's
but
either the race or a caution.
I'm going to get confirmation from our...
That is the end of the race. So Ghost Killer managing to come out again
Oh my
with the
gosh.
win. Not exactly the perfect race he was hoping for. Got just barely nicked by the 16 in stage 1. But
Man, what
congrats
in
to
the
him.
world? That's the second time Ghost Killer won despite having a wreck happen right in front of his face. He's got to be feeling ecstatic that he missed both of them. Well, I mean, you know, missed them enough to win the races, but geez, his luck. It's not. he doesn't have the best luck in the series. Let's just say that.
Definitely, I'm sure Ghost Killer having to make another change of pants again. It's another wreck happens right in front of him just before the race. We're actually going to interview second place first. AK unleaded managing to just barely edge out Ghost Killer on the restart in stage 1 for the stage win. Congratulations, man. Some pretty nice points in race 2. Definitely a bit of a step up from race 1. I'm not exactly sure what to ask you. How was the race? Honestly.
Sorry, what was that?
How was your race 2? You seemed to do pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I pretty much gave it all I had. I didn't really have anything else to fight with. I wish I'd had a little bit more, but I was kind of on the limit there. I think that that was about the best possible result, so I'm okay with that.
I'm sure definitely a stage win and, second place at the end of the race definitely going to help you in the point standings in your second race of the Truck Series. So congratulations to you, honestly.
Cool.
Anyway, we're also joined by race winner, again, Ghost Killer in the 98 truck. I don't know how you do it, man. Your luck must be god-awful because 2 races within a span of 1 hour, and you had a wreck happen right in front of you on the second-to-last lap. We don't get it. What happened?
Well, I'm not really too sure. There was a bunch of Penske guys in front of me. I don't know what happened to have all 3 of them like that, but I saw Oberbeek spin and 00 absolutely nailed him, and I kind of just shot the middle, followed the 33. But overall, it was a pretty good race. AK unleaded is very fast. It was really tough to hold him off, and we were 3 wide there. I had to use him up a little bit because Huff hit me. So it was just all about holding the bottom and making sure that I didn't get off of the bottom. And basically, when I did get off the bottom, I just pinched unleaded off pretty hard, and I was able to limit how much he was able to push the inside there. So, and then once I got in the lead, I think it was 7 to go, I realized I had about a second, so I backed off a little bit, just ran threes, point threes, just to get the job done. So overall, it was pretty good night. I think I got 129 points and 13 playoff points, so
fair enough, man. I definitely can't argue with you on that one. Sadly, the 16 truck came out and spoiled your perfect race in race 2. Managed to just barely get ahead of you in stage 1.
Yeah.
I mean, are you annoyed at all?
Nah, it is what it is. It'd be cool to have 2 perfect races, but we still got the win and the playoff points and got amazing points tonight. I think I'll definitely be the points leader by loads.
I believe you came out here today with about 124 points, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's 129 if you count lap sled and fastest lap. So.
Well, they don't count lap. Well, they count lap leaders and fastest lap and pole.
Yeah.
So
quite a lot of points.
Yeah, you're gonna make out definitely amazing. Jim, is there anything you'd like to say to our race winner?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say that it was fun watching you and AK go at it. Really, really clean racing. I mean, it was amazing seeing. I thought you were kind of a goner there when you were put on the outside and AK took the inside. That was kind of your preferred lane all night. How are you able to really adapt to him making that move on you and carry that momentum on the outside?
Just a lot of past experience. A lot of series. I race the truck series in, and they often go to Eldora. So just knowing, if I run the outside, will I have a hole there? And if not, do I stay on the outside and run the top again? Or, in that case, do I run the middle just on his door? Because I knew he was kind of doing the same thing to me. So I was expecting that he'd give me the same respect I gave him when I was on the bottom. And he did, which that's just good, hard race, and I'm glad he did. So I think it was overall just a pretty damn good night.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun to watch, man. I mean, you heard from our Dirt King himself right here. Again, congrats, Ghost Killer.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations once again. I believe we're going to go ahead and end the stream. And thankfully, we did not have any more sound issues. like he did in race 1. Still not exactly sure what happened there, but again, congratulations, Ghost Killer, for your win here today. And those that tuned in and are still watching, be sure to catch us tomorrow, 7 p.m. for the Xfinity Series at Darlington. And I did say 7:30, didn't I?
You said 7.
Of course I did. Fuck it. We go forward. And be sure to catch us at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the Cup Series at Darlington as well. Thank you for showing up, and we will see you again tomorrow.